This is my 2010 Kawasaki C1000. It's my first sports naked bike. I've had mostly cruisers and dual sport motorcycles. So, you know, coming off of those and coming onto this is like a world of difference. This bike is just so much faster. I was surprised that the gearing is short. Like, I'm at 80 miles an hour and I don't know how many gears are on this thing. I didn't look it up. I think it's 6. I was like in 4th or 5th gear to get to 90 miles an hour. I don't know, maybe I'm you know, revving it too slow or something. I'm not a speed demon. I don't rip it, you know, I don't test the bike's limits, that's for sure. But it's definitely nice to have the horsepower to get away from people that are on the road that you want to get away from, which is why I mainly bought this thing. I don't even do a whole lot of highway riding, but it definitely is a better highway bike than the bike that I came off of, which was a DR 650 Supermoto. I do have a Yamaha Raider, which I thought was pretty quick for a cruiser, and it is. But once I get used to this thing, I got on this thing and I got back on the Raider just felt like a snail. But I don't have any complaints too much about the looks of this bike. I think Kawasaki just did an amazing job. I just love everything about the appearance of this bike. Comfort, the seat feels kind of like a block of wood after a while. I'm not very impressed about that. Maybe I'll get an aftermarket seat. The ergonomics, like it has this like a sit-up feel to it, which I come off a dirt bike, so I love that. It's just a great all-around bike for the most part. I just changed the fairings here. These were silver, like the front and rear fender, and I thought putting that darker carbon fiber on there it matches the front and makes it more subtle, you know. It just kind of looked a little bit funny with that silver streak down it, but that's just my opinion. The bike is quiet. This is Two Brothers Racing Black Series exhaust, and I'm not impressed by the sound of this thing at all. Very quiet. I don't know, maybe it sounds louder, you know, to everybody else, you know, when I'm going past or whatever. It's hard to hear what it sounds like with the helmet on. It has decent deceleration sound to it, but it's still very quiet. I don't like that because I like people to hear me. Not only the bike sounds good, but for safety reasons, really, it's true. I mean, I've had a couple people pull out in front of me on this bike already. I had to really lay on the horn. If people don't hear you coming, it's not a good thing. I've got 13,031 miles on it. I've had this thing for about 3 weeks now, and I love this bike. It's a beautiful bike. Kawasaki did a great job.